Oh, crikey. Well, good evening everybody. It's a little late, but better to be late than not at all. Apologies for the slight delay. Twitch was being a butt. Anyway, we are ILR. This is USA, and joining me as always, even though Twitter will tell you otherwise, HLG is here. Hello.
Good evening.
Looking forward to this one?
Yeah, more drivers than last week and a better track for overtaking, so hopefully we'll get a fantastic race.
Let's hope so, absolutely, yeah. And I think Dark Wolf's invalidated there as he's back right off in the early stages. And because he's here, KG Fuzzball, let's have a look at him on an outlap, just because KG Fuzzball is in the lobby, and now everything is alright with the world again.
I have no idea who's going to be the first to complete a lap, I'm going to be honest.
Well, there were some people on a lap that have, by my eyes, seem to have told me that some of them have invalidated. Atlantis is now on a lap, but that's a bit of a cut. As we say that, he's touched the grass through that corner. It's down to 0. So then Dark Phoenix, I don't know if he's on a lap. He's in mode 5 as DRS. So let's follow the McLaren for a bit.
Barry sets the first lap of a 34-1. I have no idea how good that is. I'm going to be honest.
Only one on the softs.
Oh, well. There you go. That answers my question a little bit.
Nope. Sorry, not the only one on the softs. Leaderboard was fragged for a minute, but Craig Senna is now in Sector 3. Missed last week because he wanted to go outside. Silly boy. But he's back now.
He wants to go out in the graphics.
Oh, what a ridiculous thing to do. 33.4. 2,000 slower than Andrew on the same tyre. That's going to annoy him.
That's... yeah, if he knows that's the case, he will be slightly annoyed by that. But at the same time, it seems to be a good opening lap. It does seem like these softs are quite a bit slower than the supers at the moment.
They do, but will they have the magical second lap theory that seems to work around so many tracks? With the soft tyre, you do another lap on them and they'll be that much quicker. But talking of laps, I'm on board with the Mercedes of Thunder.
If he's coming through the third.
But he's in mode 0, so it must have invalidated somewhere. I've just noticed that, so we'll ignore that. DTM is off the track, so that's not going to help him. Titan Prime, about to cross the line. Oh, marginal. 2/10 off of Paul there.
Yeah, 2/10 off of TJ, so... Ooh.
Gamer in the other, nearly said McLaren then, but he's in the Mercedes. Wow.
Oh, he actually makes it in for that apex. I thought he was going to miss it then, not going to lie.
Yeah,
but
don't
he
know
has
how
a
he
good
went down,
exit.
but he did.
Yep, now for this long straight where DRS activation is actually quite a bit down this straight. I'm surprised how far down it is. BF1 moving out of the way nicely there, but he breaks into this turn, nails that apex.
I hope there aren't any nails. That would really mess up tyres. I'm so sorry.
That's a terrible joke.
I am so sorry.
Seems to be on a relatively clean lap at the moment, so this could be a good time from him. Looks smooth, which normally means fast.
Way up. That will put him in third, 33.0.
That's a very good lap on those softs for an initial run.
KG Fuzzball still on an outlap.
Ooh, Prime does a second lap on those supers and improves to a 31.6.
Ouch. Come back to Fuzzball shortly. F1 is through Sector 1. A lot of 5th and 6th gear going on through the S's.
Down the fourth there. He's really hitting those revs.
He is. Ow.
It's a good exit out of there. Nice and grippy. That's probably one of the best runs you could get down onto this straight, as he was looking for the long distance toe, but just moves out of the way. He's going to break into
He's also a
gear.
7th gear guy.
Yeah, I don't know what I would personally use down there. Actually, it's been a while since I've driven this track, so I can't really remember.
Tell you what, you race it on Tuesday. I'll ask you next week. Around a different track.
Cool.
See if that helps.
I'm not sure it would, but
Held it in 6th round there. Down into 5th. A little bit of a under rotation slightly, I guess. He had a bit of a kick of something strange, but kept it on the track. 32.2.
that is a good opening lap from him. Actually, that is only 3 temps.
Fuzzball had the same moment, same curb. Definitely cost him a bit of time, but nonetheless, Fuzzball waxed it in P9. Lost time though in the final sector, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Look at someone else now.
A lot of these guys on the softs will be coming back out on the supers.
Great time from Dens there, 32.8. Puts him 5th on the supers.
Yeah, I still think he has a little bit more on him. Interestingly, Dark Wolves does his first lap on the Ultra Softs to put himself only 3rd.
JJ Rocks is about to start a lap, so we're on board with him now. So we'll just stay on board with him.
So this is a tricky braking point because it's uphill, so you can brake a lot later than you think because the uphill will slow you down. Oh, he brakes slightly too late though. Still gets the car through the turn though. Oh, we've got the tricky windy section, which is just a lot of left, right, left. Hang on, there's another right here. And then guess what?
There's the left somewhere.
There's another left.
I think I've lost the left. Left it lying around. You see? They don't stop. They don't stop.
On form today. On form today.
I am so sorry. Looks like JJ had a bit of a rear end issue there, but that's a great camera angle. Looks like someone squashed the McLaren's rear end.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if someone had squashed the McLaren's rear end.
Maybe that's why it's so bad.
Maybe. Well, this was last year's car. This year's car's a lot better, but we're not in the new year of the game yet, so we have to concentrate on the old cars.
Quite.
As
a couple of weeks away though.
Yeah, we are not too far away.
Suppose I better get pre-ordering it at some point.
Yeah, at some point.
It's a bit wide, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit wide. That to me looked like it could have been an invalidation as he hits.
I think, yeah, that's
and
why
nearly
he
hits
has
the
the
pit wall.
late pit.
Ooh. Hey. Nearly lost the wheel.
Andrew's improving, is he? I don't know. No, he wasn't. He did improve on his last round. Missed it. DTM. Only person not to set a lap time that's currently on the track.
Well,
so the camera time for now is all yours.
Yep, so he's definitely on a lap as he comes into this. This is a very tricky corner. It's real hard to hit the apex, but he seems to do it. Now you get this long triple left-hander. No, it's more like a quadruple left-hander, really. And then into this little bit of a right slide, back-end slide. As I think that might have been an invalidation.
Too much of a cut.
Yeah,
it was. 32 would have put him in the top 5, I think, though. Didn't see the split. 32-1, I think it was, so that would have been 3rd. It's unfortunate, but those are the fine margins. Thunder's just starting another flying lap now. It's a slight distance off Mr. TJ by the look of it ahead, who's now in 2nd. Through the S's.
Yeah, this is not the place that you necessarily want a toe, though. It's really, really tricky on its own, let alone with some dirty air. but he seems to have navigated it
Really
okay.
horrendous.
Wasn't ideal. It was.
I mean, I've seen it done worse. So, I mean, I've got to give him like. This is getting it through and not. He hasn't seemed to invalidate it. Is all I can see from there.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's going for another lap on the softs that he's already used. I'm surprised he hasn't pitted and put on a different set of tyres, but maybe he has a bit of a strategy in mind for the race.
Maybe he's raining. We don't know that. Although if he was raining, surely everyone would be on ultras, right?
Yeah. Unless it's late rain. But then why would we have ultra runners? I don't know.
That's wide. A little bit wider than you might like to be through there. And this curb here is throwing off all sorts of problems for drivers, but Thunder didn't seem to have any on that occasion. Now it's just a straight drive to the line.
He hasn't opened his DRS.
33.7.
Little bit
Now
confused
we're on
what
Barry.
he's doing. In the one. Yeah, Barry. I will find him on my list at some point. Yeah. As predicted, come back out on a set of supers as
A lot of commitment
many
for the S's.
people
You'd
are
like to
doing.
see that.
Yeah, that whole first sector is just commitment. As scary and as well, I'm not sure scary is the word, but as tricky as it is, you have to be committed the whole way through it. As he's taking an interesting line down the straight, I'm surprised how far over he went, considering.
Yes, definitely one of the most unique I've seen. I don't think I've seen a lot of other people do that.
Well, to say each driver has their own
There's a
drop
Verstappen
technique.
line.
That might have been a cut through the initial entry to this part, but we'll see.
We'll see shortly.
Going on for the
Still
lap.
on track. That could be a cut as well. He backed off. That was a cut.
Yep. And that would have been this next lap, so that's unfortunate for him.
F1 racer next to start a lap. So let's have a look. In the red car.
We will follow on board with him in the Ferrari for this lap. So, turn 1 wants to be braking. I would say that's roughly right. Yep, he seems to have got it perfect. Never mind. As he nails the apex, nice and tight through there, and then full commitment here. He's going to be bouncing off the revs like he has been every other lap, hitting most of the apexes. So far, very nice through here.
Very good. Look at that.
Yes, that's a masterclass in how to do sector 1 there, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, seems to nail it so far. I think he got a little bit of a traction slip on the rear end getting onto the straight, so he'll lose maybe half a tenth. Not quite getting the perfect run down here. Still hitting 202 miles an hour as he comes into the braking zone. I think he's cut that absolutely perfectly as well. So far looking like
this could be a very
good lap.
Looks just about fine through there as well. Looked a little deep to start with, but you have to get the turn in at the second part.
Yeah, I don't think he got on the power as early as he would have liked, but still was very nice. Runs perfectly there. Now just got to be careful not to cut this corner too much as he just touches it. Runs slightly wide.
Drift.
Still on it.
No, he didn't.
31.4. What a lap.
I was worried on the exit of the final corner. I thought maybe he's just drifted a little bit, but evidently the game thought, not today, sir. I will give you pole position. In theory. But there is about a minute and change for someone to do something about that.
Yeah,
DTM is on a lap. JJ Rocks can't improve.
There are a few out there on the Ultra Softs, so they could possibly take him. And obviously there's still a few Super Soft runners that could take him as well if they can really nail their laps.
Yeah.
And as you said earlier, JJ Rock's
DTM.
out, so he's going to get his 5th. Andrew retires, so the best he's going to get is 8th. Definitely see people improving though to beat these guys.
DTM invalidated, but he's on another lap, so that's good for him. It would have put him 3rd place though. 31.8 he did, but unfortunately validated somewhere. Let's have a look at Atlantis, who's just started a lap, so we'll get to him in a
Denzel's
bit.
coming to finish
Barry
his lap.
is further round.
Denzel doesn't improve. Actually, I think he might have been validated. Actually, I think he's got round to start another one as well, actually. Never mind.
Oh, just
Ignore
in time,
me.
and now I'm on board with Barry in Sector 3. His final go-round in the session.
And
Seems to have,
I think he's run out of fuel.
Stopped.
I think he ran out of fuel.
Never mind.
That sounded like
KG Fuzzball. What a game attack. What a game attack. KG Fuzzball. Anyway, let's see what he does. Hope I didn't put him off too much.
Oh! Ooh,
Bit of a strange line. I think I may have put him off.
I think you may have given him a little bit of commentator's curse to an extent. Oh, as everyone's off to retire, he's definitely not on a great lap.
Oh my
here.
word!
Oh,
That's a handful.
And that's definitely a cut. I think that's his qualifying.
That's definitely ruined that, but
yeah,
it's a 32.3 there, which would have put him quite handsomely up the grid.
He's 11th at the moment.
Unfortunately,
so he is
was
the first
invalidated.
to start on fresh tyres as it stands, as Atlantis and DTM are still set. And when he gets pushed to 12th. I'm not sure who improved there.
TJ Dark Wolves or BF1 for pole. It's not Dark Wolves, so it's TJ or BF1. Here we go. Right on board. Let's see. Let's keep a close eye on that leaderboard.
TJ
that
does
is
it.
TJ's pole position.
However, TJ will be starting on the Ultra Softs.
Yeah.
This is the thing. I keep calling him Ben because I know him in real life. If BF1, there we go. We'll give you his actual game attack. If BF1 can get a good start to the race, he is in a fine position because the guy ahead and the guy behind are both on the Ultra Softs. But my qualifying rundown. Are we ready for this? Back to front.
My fingers ready. It's been a while. Here we go. Let's just give it a bit of a flex.
Alright, let me quickly go down the list very quickly.
Right down.
Right, last to first, let's go. Right, you got Dark Phoenix, Barry, Thunder, Atlantis, Fuzzball, Gilbert, and then top 10 all starting on their qualifying tyre is Andrew Denzel, Craig Senna, JJ Rocks, Gamer, Dark Horse, DTM, Prime, BF1, and TJ. Oh, man's getting good at this.
Yeah, you could almost fit in a breath in there and still have time to finish your rundown. Brilliant. But impressive lap by TJ though, half a second. Even though he's on the Ultras, it's still quite a hefty margin over the next Ultra Soft runner. So, qualifying is in the bag for another week.
Now,
and it looks
on
like a
to
bright
where the
sunny
points
day.
are earned. It does, so... Whew, this is where people's strategies will come into play. This isn't an easy one-stop round here, so I think those on the Ultras are on aggressive two-stop.
Yeah, I think some of them will be, yeah. If not all of them. Is TJ ready up early? He's keen to get going. As would you. If you just
starting on pole, he probably doesn't want to sit there and get out of the rhythm too quickly, so he wants to just get it going.
He wants to do the formation lap to ruin all rhythm. That's what you want to do.
Unless he goes for a quick formation lap. Would be stupid, but unless he goes for a quick formation lap.
He'd be in rhythm, but his tyres would be cold. Anyway, let's have a look at the grid and see who's on what tyre outside the top 10. As you'd expect, they mostly all gone for softs, apart from Phoenix, who's on supers, and everyone else, like you say, on their qualifying tyre, which are supers, soft, and ultras for TJ and Dark Wolves.
Yep, there's a couple of
Craig. There we go.
From,
that's
nice. From safety lap, as you like to call it.
Have a week off and you forget how to drive. Good boy. Obviously, I'm joking when I say that. Don't all write in at once.
We don't want any complaints coming our way. Please, if you have a complaint, please send it to we don't care at PO Box I2193. There you go. That's where you're going to send them. For anyone who doesn't know, that's a fake address.
Why would you tell them that? Someone's there writing a letter very quickly and put the address on it. And now they won't send it. Because I wanted to waste their time as much as ours.
Anyway, yes.
Not doing much talking about the race. I don't know what's going on in my life right now.
That's because the race hasn't happened yet. This is all formation lap. This is where there's not much to talk about because I've already done the rundown. This is the mistake we make every time. Why do I do the rundown in the 30 seconds and then we have nothing to talk about in the formation lap?
Well, I don't know. He hasn't gone round too quickly from what I can tell. Managing the pies. The pace quite well.
Trying to keep these guys near him. A few of them have backed a bit further off, so everyone wanting to do their own thing. As I say that, from fifth backwards, Jesus, they are miles back.
Wow. There's a bit of a traffic jam back here. Oh, disqualified near the line. It's got to be annoying. You can't drive the final 20 metres to take your grid slot.
It's just,
okay, now
that's just too much effort, mate.
Pulled into pole position. Stark Phoenix is at the back, about to pull into his. So he's done a very good job of managing the field on that safety lap.
Yep, now he's really got to get this
horrendous camera angle, front wing. Very good, Cody's, thank you. And there's the lights in some form of order. And they've all gone again.
They are off.
Away they go in a straight line. BF1 gets a bit of a start, but not quite good enough.
He does, but he's down the inside.
He might be able to get the second phase down the inside.
Great. Oh, contact.
There's a little bit of contact in the backfield there. But
TJ
I think everyone else is away quite well.
TJ definitely got a good start, but BF1 really stuck to the back of him here at the moment. So that's a very good launch from BF1. Really putting those super softs in a good position, as we've already had Andrew lead the session. Interesting.
Back, where all the cars are in the backfield, like 13's forwards, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7 and 6, all in the same sort of train. And KG Football is right in the middle of that. Atlantis is there too, along with Gilbert, Barry and Thunder and Phoenix ahead of that too.
I have to say, it's a very good start from Phoenix, who started
on the back of Senna
and now is in 9th.
Gamer's going to take Senna, a little bit of a turn in, a little bit too early there I think, but contact seemed to have been avoided. And then Craig's gone back down the inside of the next corner.
Gamer's going to get the cut
That's
back.
opened it up though, he's gone too deep. Craig's not giving that position up. And finally takes 7th for good.
Yeah, that means he's made up a position from the start here. Not the best start, but making up a position is always good. But like I say, Phoenix making the best of all the starts. TJ starting to pull a little bit of a gap, slowly opening that up. If he can get that with a second gap, well, at this rate, this lap, then that would be ideal for him.
He will, but he is on the softer tyres, so should be pulling away from BF1 at this stage. It's the gaps behind BF1 you need to really monitor on the supers to know what kind of pace he's on. Oh, great. First naughty engine point.
1.5 laps in as well. That's impressive.
Good evening, Sarah. Thank you for joining us. And everyone else that's in the chat, hello to you too. It's been all go today. I haven't had a chance to check the chat and see if anyone's okay, but are you all okay out there in the internet land?
In the world where graphics do exist, but we don't like them.
Don't like the outside graphics. They're too real. Don't like them. Needs a patch. The weather's broken.
Phoenix on the back of Gamer, actually already looking around the outside, going for the cutback.
I've got a great view of this as well.
But he's Gamer's gone very
that's audacious. Look at that, a little bit of contact. little bit of wheel back. A little words.
That gives
Wheel
Phoenix
banging.
another position off the start here. This is a very good couple of opening laps here from Phoenix. He really making up for everything he's been through in qualifying.
As soon as Phoenix takes a position, someone else gets a naughty engine point.
Huh.
Let's keep watching. Yeah, I have all sorts of interesting theories, most of which are still yet to be proven. Like, one I'll admit I was wrong about. I thought it was physically impossible to pack an icon on FIFA, and then I packed 2 of them, so, yeah. Anyway.
Oh, Phoenix didn't make an overtake, he got a penalty.
Well, you know, didn't say it was
every
immediate,
time he does something, look, every time he's doing something, right?
Look,
he got a penalty.
He's a wizard. He's a wizard. I'm going to have to keep an eye on him and see what he does now. Anyway, now there's battles to be looked at here.
Yes.
Let's go to his McLaren teammate, who's trying to haul in DTM.
And he's going to be
Who's
really
the
close
of Cagey
here.
Fuzzball.
He
Just
has
used to say Cagey
look.
Fuzzball, really.
I really hope KG comes into this
That's
race
a
little bit later, because then we can say his name more. But for now, we will talk
I
about.
hope he finishes on the podium.
It'd be really nice to ask some questions, like how he came up with that game attack. That's for another time.
Forget your race, tell us about your game attack, sir. Anyway, we'll get to that later, as JJ Rocks is still hunting down Cagey Fuzzball's teammate at DTM. I think that's the last time I'll do that. Oh, Craig picks up another Phoenix penalty. Do something. Did Phoenix do something there?
I don't think so. I think our theory's broken, but Unity Gilbert going for game here for 10th place. Gonna be down the
Dark Wolf's on the back of JJ Rocks as well.
Unity gets the
move
done,
looking at
although
slightly
Gamer's having a look back, but he knows that this is not a place to go too wide, so yep, that's Unity with the overtake.
Oh, JJ has a moment.
That's going to put
off track there.
Right there, but it's a really tricky place to overtake in this first sector.
Yeah, indeed. As Dark Wolves is still behind JJ Rocks there. Titan Prime is still behind Dark Wolves himself.
Not getting as good of an exit, so he's not going to be close enough on JJ here, but I suppose JJ also has that bonus of he's getting DRS of the car ahead as well, so that'll be really helping him out.
That will absolutely help him, but his tyres will not be in a few laps' time. But TJ's still controlling the race at the front and doesn't seem to be gaining or losing time on BF1. It seems to be a solid, sort of consistent gap behind him at this phase.
Yeah, I think BF1 knows that he's on the one stop.
I think he's just managing his race for now,
He knows that right now he doesn't need to kill his tyres, he needs to just take them as long as he can and guarantee this one stop, while TJ is probably guaranteeing a 2 stop.
I'm sorry, what's that? A Ferrari driver using tyres wisely? What kind of wizard are you?
I mean, a Ferrari driver that's sat on a podium hasn't been asked to pit yet. Or not pit yet.
Dark Horse gets a bit out of shape, but saved it quite nicely. Let's have a look at Craig, who's at the back. 2 cars, Titan and Dark Wolves now. Bit of a fight for him.
Yeah,
let's see what he can do.
So Titan takes an absolute lunge down the inside.
It was there that before and he didn't go for it, so yeah, well done. I cut away at exactly the wrong moment, didn't I? Well done, cameraman.
Titan is going to manage to hold this position because he had DRS. Star Wars just can't make a move. Well, Craig is just sat here thinking, hit each other so I can take 2 places, thank you.
Now, it's probably a bit early to be thinking now, but yeah, I know what you mean now.
I mean, as evil as it is, I think that whenever I'm following 2 people battling, I'm just like, hit each other. I'll have these positions for free.
I don't, because if I'm behind drivers and they hit each other, they tend to take me with them. I don't like it. Please don't do that anymore. Dark Wolf's into the pit.
Into the pit. Oh, we both picked up on that at the same time. Great minds think alike.
Ooh.
But we'll probably see him go on to a set of supers.
Alright. If our minds are so great, what word am I thinking of?
Okay, you're thinking of Dark Phoenix got a penalty. That's what you're thinking of.
That's not a word.
It's words, though. So that's close enough.
I was thinking of a word.
Penalty.
The F1 gets a Craig Sinner.
That was
Katie Fuzzball
in a row there.
with a penalty. I'm a little bit sad about that.
KG looks like he's really struggling. It's like he has no back end.
I know that feel. I know that feeling all too familiarly. Sympathies with you, Fuzzball, but keep going, dude. There's still a chance for a point. It's early, don't worry. Let's just keep going. Looks like he had been off because he had a little bit of grass on the tyres, so maybe that was just all off.
Even in qualifying, he was struggling for his back end, so maybe he just got the setup as I think Phoenix just got past Thunder there, or was that defending? I think it was him getting past.
He did. Phoenix did indeed get past. Go up another position.
Yeah, meaning he has now gained 9 positions. I could just change the thing rather than working it out. Yep,
Dark
9
Wolf,
positions. That was correct.
Pitted, and now he's down in 15th. Ouch.
Yeah,
that's not looking so clever now.
I'm a little bit surprised with the 2-stop call, to be honest with you. I've never had the 2-stop.
Two
really
different lines around turn 1, they meet at the same point. I hate it. It's a strange corner. It's uphill. You can take 2 or 3 different lines around it.
But they all meet at the apex.
And no one is better than the other because they all meet at the same point. What's the point of that?
The point of that is so you can cause a collision when you go for an overtake into turn 1. There you go. I don't know. But back to the race. Prime is on the back of JJ. As well as Thunder being on the back of Phoenix. We're going to have to follow Prime though, because he hit these other guys in the higher position. Hang on.
That McLaren's very wide. What is going on there?
Hold your horses. BF1 just made it past DJ, and we didn't see it.
No, there was way too much going on. There's a McLaren that was like so far off the track. Is in Mexico already. Phoenix is down past another guy.
No,
Gilbert sneaks back past him.
Phoenix just
Commentator's curse.
2 positions.
And Gilbert gets a naughty. There we go. That's another one to add to the list of penalties.
There's an absolute train here about to form behind Craig, who is also not too far behind Titan and JJ, who is also not, and DTM should I say. This could be an absolute train of cars at the moment.
Dark Wolves, they're flying, and the new tyres, but not necessarily where you want to be in P15.
Yeah, he may jump a few people when they do their first pit, but a lot of these people will only be doing 1 pit compared to him, who will be definitely doing 2. So, as we say earlier, a bit of a surprise as Fuzzball picks up another pit. This is going to be a disappointed one. KG Fuzzball.
KG Fuzzball. I actually bowed my head to the floor there when you said that as well. Just proper disappointed.
JJ, making a move.
Anyway, JJ Rocks has gone very wide again. Making it difficult for DTM to get past him, which then brings Titan Prime into play. He could get both of them. DTM is in the middle, and then there's Thunder having a great look at this battle, thinking, oh my word, I don't want any part of this. And 3 wide still. They can't go 3 wide into there. That's not a corner you can go 3 wide in.
Jeez,
someone's going to lose the front wing. Oh my word.
Does.
I want to go home. I can't take this excitement. I'm too old for this.
can't believe they tried to go 3 wide there. But, I think Prime's in. Yeah, Prime is in.
Yep,
So
TJ's in as well.
TJ. Everyone else seems to be continuing. Oh, JJ's trying to look to get past DTM again into turn 1.
Yeah, can he get it done? Just about seems to have the line on the exit of the corner. DTM will have to tuck in behind, which is not an easy thing to do coming around this section of track as JJ completely misses a corner, and he doesn't have dirty air. Craig with another one, that's 3 now, I think. Atlantis gets 1 as well.
Thunder on the back of the 2 on the soft tyres, so he's in a great position to take these 2 at the end once he's done his pit, and he goes onto the faster of the 2 tyres that these guys will be using.
Exactly what he said, yes. There's potential. Oh my, there's 4 cars here.
Wait. Thunder is.
Oh, 2 trains of 4. Don't like it.
This
is where we're going to have to look at different battles and try and call it the best we can. This is getting silly, but good.
Yeah, but if there's 4... Gilbert,
there's a move! Gilbert, straight through DTM.
He makes it stick somehow.
Not through him. He passed him. I didn't mean through him like a ghost.
DTM have a big moment. I think these tyres might be gone. I think he needs to come in. Yep, here we go. DTM into the pits.
Good call. I didn't see that personally. I was looking at something else. And who can blame me? There's battles all around. But Craig is now in the leader of a train, and he's about to get mugged by Phoenix into turn 1 thanks to DRS. But he's going to make it difficult by putting the car on the inside. But no, Phoenix has enough momentum to get past. Craig tries to do some sort of undercut, but doesn't work. Not undercut, that's a pit lane manoeuvre, you idiot. Switch back. Gilbert with a time penalty.
Can't make it stick, and now Phoenix will be looking to pull away from him and catch up to Gilbert, who is in this battle with Thunder and JJ.
Okay, is there if anyone in the race doesn't have a penalty, put your hands in the air.
I would go and have a look,
that's the sound
but I don't want to sit there.
That's the sound of my hand going up.
Yeah, my hand is up. But
Atlantis is having a quiet race, but he's in the thick of it as well.
JJ. Oh, he's been punted.
Oh dear, I missed that. I was trying to get back.
Yeah, Gilbert punted him. I don't know if he got damage from it. I didn't quite see, but he has let Thunder back past. So luckily, it hasn't cost Thunder too much. Oh,
that's right on the back of Craig now.
Oh, let's say we have a moment.
He has to lift. He had such a better drive. Oh yes, Atlantis has a lot more grip through there. Craig Senna's tyres are screaming to be changed. Just seems to be struggling a little bit.
Yeah, these softs are starting to come into play now.
Gilbert.
Gilbert goes into the pit.
Retired in the pit lane, I think. He got some sort of penalty in the pit lane. I think that's just rage.
Yeah, or as Atlantis gets past Craig.
Yeah. I'll be surprised if Craig doesn't pit this lap. He's struggling through the S's.
Yeah, Gamer's right on the back of Craig there. Nearly punts him into that turn.
And another penalty for Craig.
Yeah, Craig needs to start being...
surely.
Yeah, Craig's got to start being careful, otherwise the game will disqualify him from the race.
Here's something. Should we take a bet on... Who's going to... There's 3 Craigs all over the place.
Yeah, Gamer's going to go down the inside.
He's given plenty of room to Gamers. Feels like he wanted another 2 inches more, but that's a great exit from the corner. But this has given TJ an opportunity to get them both.
TJ's got an opportunity.
Off of DRS, yeah, Craig's absolutely mugged. No DRS for Craig.
Gamer looks like he
just
has
a passenger
the car
really
in a straight line, but TJ's going to brake later.
Yeah.
Beautiful job.
Craig's just a passenger at this point, just trying to get back to the pits. I'm pretty sure he will be boxing at some point.
Yeah, he's got no grip left on the rears. You can see it as he's coming through a corner.
Yeah. Whew, comment in the chat. Who's got pens? Everyone, I think. That's to put it simple.
said, I
Actually,
would
no,
sit
there's
and
one
work it
person who
out, but I
doesn't.
can't be bothered. So
AMS
what's going to
Andrew.
happen is
Yep,
Craig
Craig in.
and Game are both
Now
in.
get the pit lane right. Do you get a speed in?
BF1 is also in.
Yeah. He is. Onto the softs. Good stint for him. Dark Wolves carries on for another lap.
Yep, and he comes out.
He pitted early.
That's it's a good place to come out. He's come out ahead of Dark Wolves.
Promising. He's definitely ahead of that. He really needs that. And comfortable as well. Phoenix.
Picks up another penalty and there's a yellow flag in sector 3. What's going on?
Don't know. No one's in sector 3. Oh, it's Andrew's AI car. That's the only one in sector on. KG Fuzzball's on the grass. Or is that lag? I don't know. I'm scared. He has a really bad setup problem. He just doesn't have any control of the back end.
Oh, no, the party's fixed itself. Never mind.
Okay, technical issues all over the place. JJ Roxon, Barry, DTM's in the pink car, you idiot. JJ Roxon, DTM is still fighting for position.
Yep. Both fighting here, even though they've both pitted at different times. This is back and forth between these two as Phoenix is into the pits.
And the two Ferraris will be battling shortly. Atlantis will probably let BF1 go, knowing he's on older tyres. But he's having a solid race so far.
Every time we
say that every week, then someone, there we go, let him through. Let him through. See you go. That's how you do it, Ferrari. So, are you watching?
Here's an interesting thing.
How simple it is.
BF1 is on the fresher set, but TJ pitted, and then after BF1's pitted, he's come out ahead of him. I think he's going to have to pit again. Yeah. I don't know if he can drag these to the end. What?
We'll see. I'll be curious to find out, but Dark Horse is another penalty.
Yep.
If we just go through it now, Dome Thunder another penalty, TJ another penalty, BF1 another penalty, Atlantis penalty, Dark Horse another penalty, and then I'm covered in all directions, aren't I? I'm not saying they have, but it feels like I spend half my time trying to read the screen at the bottom, and then I miss an overtake on track because I'm trying to see who got a penalty.
Yeah, I think we're just going to have to call, when it comes to the end of this race, we'll have to call the thing as it is and see what changes by penalties, because there's so many this race.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even going to try and work it out.
Craig's down in 12th now after that stop.
He's still on for a point.
Should go to the end
at
though.
least.
He should go to the end. Yeah, he will get. I'm pretty sure he does have the pace to get into the lower reaches of the points.
Oh, it's KG.
Fuzzball.
Another penalty. Will you stop disappointing us, please?
JJ with the fastest lap.
Yeah, flying on those softs. He's catching prime while DTM is still following him.
Yeah, it's been a pretty much race-long battle between these two, and sometimes other cars as well. At the moment, it's just the two of them. Every time I watch JJ from on board with DTM, I swear he's going to miss that final S, and he doesn't. Mad how he turns it in. Looks like he's going way too quick to make the corner, then all of a sudden, haha, corner's mine.
Dark Wolves on the back of Atlantis. Atlantis here trying to hold up Dark Wolves for his teammate as KG Fuzzball retired. We're not biased in the commentary box, by the way. It's just a bit of a gamer tag. No!
Oh, that's what happened.
Dark Wolves past Atlantis.
Coming out the final corner.
Ah.
KG Fuzzball. Not fair.
It will be your day one day, KG Fuzzball. One day.
Atlantis and Dark Wolf, so we're fighting.
Yeah, Dark Wolf should start putting on Atlantis here. Atlantis is on older tyres and he's also on the harder tyres, so... Atlantis is just trying to drag this out so he can make as many positions he can once he pits. Titan slowly catching him.
Phoenix.
DTM's got past JJ at some point. JJ's having a look back at him though. That's that move done. Wow. That looked easy. I thought it was going to be harder than that.
Titan's coming onto the back of the battle between Atlantis and Dark Wolves now.
Oh, DTM's back past. They're going too wide through the set. Oh my god.
Please stop this. Please stop. That's an insane amount of side-by-side driving. And they're still going!
Wait, did JJ just let him pass? Oh.
Maybe.
JJ was the DRS.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe he's playing this tactically. DTM has DRS, so they didn't even work.
Yeah, JJ didn't get it. I think JJ played that really badly for himself, so now he's really going to have to work to get back past again.
He's either tried to be tactical or thought he may have impeded DTM, so let him through. One of the two. We'll ask later if we get the chance, but for now we'll just focus on Atlantis and Titan trying to get after Dark Wolves. You see the arrows all over the screen. I can't bring you everything. I wish I had 2 controllers to do so, but I can't. I need to dual cast this somehow. Atlantis into the pits. It's a solid stint.
Yeah, that'll be important when he comes out. He wants to come out ahead of Craig, which I think he will do.
I think he will be comfortably out ahead of Craig. Leaving the garage now. And Craig
Phoenix.
Penalty. Not as. Yeah, easy.
Yeah, comfortable, which now means he can chase down these guys on the soft tyres. Right, we have a moment.
Andrew's stuck in the pits there. I don't know if he's even in the session anymore.
I don't think he left lap 1 and hasn't come back, so...
Fair enough. But if you're in a Sauber, don't pit. The other car's still there. There's some action there with TJ and Thunder. And they're both off. They're both off and both in the wall.
Oh! Oh!
I don't exactly know what happened. I didn't see it properly. The stewards will have some decisions to make.
I see. I just come to TJ as they were in a wall, so that was.
Yeah, I was on board slightly before. I didn't see what happened. They both went a little wide and then ended up in a wall together. I wonder if it tasted good. Hopefully better than Singapore walls.
That's hurt TJ's race. He's going to really struggle
spongy
to go and get points.
Yeah. That's good news for Craig then. He said he'd get a point, but if he doesn't get disqualified, he'll get a point probably now. It's unlucky for Thunder though, he's driving well today.
He has been driving well today, yeah. That's, like I say, every time someone goes up, these things happen, and you just have to move on to the next race. And
oh, there's a McLaren off the track there, Dark Phoenix. There's a gamer gets through into 7th. And we'll look at the other McLaren of JJ, who's still battling with DTM.
Yeah, he's still there with DTM.
Seems to be a never-ending battle, this.
But they are catching Prime and Dark Wolves, who are about to have a battle, while PS1 has an absolutely comfortable lead. Oh, Prime here is going to make the move. Easy. Easy move. Not a problem. Dark Wolves is going to stick to the back of Prime as much as he can. The issue is now that Dark Wolves is in is if he can't stick with Prime and gets his own DRS, then he's really going to be under threat from DTM and JJ.
Yeah, there's a lot that could go wrong for some of these drivers in these last like 10 or so laps now.
Oh, no, Dark Wolves is doing his second pit.
Goes in, the second pit. And that's another one for Craig.
Another one for Craig.
Make that 6 penalties now.
That's, in all honesty, he's in the points. He's not going
to make the end though. He's not going to make the end of the race if he carries on like this. What a track to come back to, eh?
Looks like Dark Horse might be stuck in the pit.
Yeah, that's a problem. Andrew's still there in the Sauber garage. That doesn't matter, he's an AI car, but that's not the point. I think Dark Wolves is stuck in the pits as well in the Haas.
So what we're getting here, people, is do not
broken
pit.
Game. I don't care if you got punctures. Keep going.
Do not pit.
It's safer than pitting.
Oh, no, hang on, Dark Wolves has been released. Very, very late.
Oh, has he? Release the wolf. It's an endangered species. Uh-oh! Phoenix is in the wall and out of the race.
Oh! Was that him just losing it?
Craig.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, he lost it. He lost it. He lost the rear as he came out of the corner.
After such a good start to his race as well.
Yeah. Anyway, where's the battle gone now? DTM and JJ Rock still probably.
Yeah,
DTM and Titan at this point though, I think.
Yeah, DTM on Prime I think is going to be the battle here.
Oh wow.
For second place.
The driver got out of that corner is sensational.
I have to say, Titan again,
Was he?
absolutely monster launch out of that final corner.
If I see Craig's name one more time in the penalties, I'm just going to go on board with him and see if he gets disqualified. It's got to be a first. But that's another story for another time. He might not even get to that point of the race. He may have finally learned how to take corners. DJ fastest car out there, but the F1 has a mammoth lead of 8 seconds now with fresher tyres from the Titan behind. DTM is right behind Titan as well, so F1 is controlling this race like he needs to do.
Mistake on his own. Just keep the concentration. Don't want a lack of concentration into a wall. So I'll just give him a commentator's curse. But you know,
the penalty party. Everyone's invited, it seems, this week to the penalty party.
Yeah, DTM here
DTM
on Prime.
is about to take the position, surely. Yes. Yes, the turn.
I tried to cut back, but just couldn't do it.
Yeah. DTM just positioned the car much too well to avoid that. Let's have a look at Atlantis going past Gamers on the same straight. Will he try a similar manoeuvre? Oh, well, he almost made the corner. But then backs out of it. And Atlantis gives him room on the way out though, that's good to see. But Atlantis keeps the position, up into 6th now. And next up for him is Barry, who's just a little bit ahead.
Yeah, he's not too far ahead. This could be yet another great strategy call from Atlantis to get him into some decent points, as Barry has a pit, actually. That's a good point.
Barry's in, yeah, he hasn't pitted yet, or he did early, or whatever he did. I think he was in on lap 1 or something for the broken wing or something, but whatever. Done a good stint, or maybe he hadn't at all, whatever. He's in the pits now, whatever the story. TJ quickest on the supers.
Yeah,
Craig up into 8th, somehow. Another 8 laps for Craig might be a struggle, you know.
Yeah, he's really got to look after it, like these track limits. Right, we have a little bit of a...
I feel bad though, people will go watch this think we don't like Craig. We're picking on him. We're picking on him a lot today.
I mean...
Oopsie.
Sorry, Craig.
Stop cutting corners, we'll leave you alone. Simple as that.
Yeah, you're only getting the same treatment.
Anyway, I'm going to look at the battle.
That cut corners. Just put it out there.
I'm going to look at the other battle between DTM and Titan now. DTM is much in front and seems to be controlling it from there.
Yeah,
to be getting after the race leader.
To take on Titan in a minute at the rate we're going.
DRS now.
Yeah, JJ has DRS and Prime doesn't, so...
Not going to be good enough though. Way too far back to do anything into turn 1.
will bring him slightly
It will help later in the lap, of course, yeah. Can stay in that window.
Oh,
BF1, that's not what you want to be doing, sir. That's just made it interesting.
I'm not sure it has, in all honesty.
That's his second. I think that's his second one. I think he got one earlier as well.
I still think he's got it though.
If his
I think the guys
engineer
behind
could
him have
confirm with
penalties.
me if that's his second penalty or not. I believe it is too, but we'll check. Atlantis all on his own on track. Game is about 1.5 seconds behind him, so he needs to keep sharp.
Yeah, I'd be surprised
There's no
if
real
games
battles at
catches
the
him on
moment.
those harder compound attire and the older ones as well. But you never know. Some people prefer the harder compound. Gap for JJ and Titans do the same. Titans closed in a little bit again on DTM, but not really enough to put him under threat.
Really not sure what to look at now. There's not a lot going on at the moment.
No, the race is.
Guess we'll leave you with
quieted down a
JJ
little
and
bit.
Titan. Oh wow!
JJ
JJ almost
very
made the
wide.
corner there.
Oh, gee, he
And
didn't make
again
that one though.
Mhm.
DRS is going to again bring him closer. But it looks like he's just losing time throughout the lap. The DRS is the only thing keeping that gap 4 tenths over the line.
Yeah. Titan's definitely got a much car friendlier setup to deal with the elevation changes and the cambers and the corners of this track.
Although we say this, JJ's got a little bit closer here.
That's because
Oh,
Titan has
assisted
no
on
ERS.
Ah,
Well, he has it, he's just on mode 0 is what I meant. So, he's just saving it up for a bit. And
So
now
they
we'll
can't
just
go
pull
straight
away,
out of
down the
the
straight.
Yep.
Yep. There
well,
we
I
go.
wouldn't pull away that much to the DRS from JJ, but
Uh-oh.
keep that gap nice and safe.
Oh,
Prey.
this is getting close.
Prey.
That's at least 7.
JJ had a little look
One
at time.
more and I think he might be
before
done.
The late break.
That's
late
going to
break.
be interesting.
I'd be interested to know if
Squeaky
anyone in the
bum
chat is
time,
in a party
Craig.
with him and can ask him whether he's actually been told he's close to disqualification yet. Because
I imagine he knows, but as I unprofessionally adjust my headset because it fell off. Well done.
you unprofessional streamer.
I know. Excuse me. I was going to say JJ's got a fuel problem. He's very minimal at the moment with the yellow warning symbol.
Yeah, he'll be able to save some for this first sector though, because it's not really a place to overtake. So while he's following the car, he can go down to 1. He, to be fair, could probably put the ARS on low as well and save a little bit, but it doesn't seem like he really wants to.
I think he just needs to keep it up so he can stay within the DRS range and pray that he can get past.
Or get a ton of understeer and lose time. I mean,
he could do that too if he wants, yeah.
which is definitely what he's done this lap. So he had a great go at it last lap
Oof.
and terrible one
Grass.
at this lap. And he keeps running wide at that corner. I'm surprised he hasn't had more penalties. Yeah, and DRS reeling in Titan a little bit, but Titan doing a good job at looking after his ERS just so that he can use it down the straight and just pull away.
Oh, Barry gets Craig.
Here's a Craig. Is that what we're calling it from now on?
Yeah.
Oh dear. TJ. Oh, having a look at Gamer. I would say he's right on the back of him, but he's having a look. This is a brave places to have a look at making an overtake, I have to say. I'm surprised with some of the places.
TJ and Gamer, Sector 2, Denzel's out of the race. I don't know what happened to him in the background, but TJ went for an overtake on Gamer and gets it done.
I could be following for it. It's Sector 2 by the looks
Yeah.
of things. Closest person
know
will
where that
be
is.
BF1, but by the time he gets there, I'd imagine it's going to be gone.
I can only
It's
assume he's
gone.
lost it on a curb somewhere. But unfortunately, we've lost another one and we're down to 10. So points for everyone.
Yep, it's the
Well done.
guaranteed points for everyone. So well done, Craig. If
I'm
you
gonna
don't get
say-
disqualified.
any more retirements, then one of us is going to get a point again.
Woo!
Like last week.
I call first dibs
Okay,
again.
well,
Actually, no, I
TJ.
called it last time. You get first dibs this time.
Yeah, we bring you back to, you know, when the other driver had the spare car for every other weekend. We're doing that with the point system, so it's my dibs.
JJ really close to tying here. He's going to have the inside for the end of straight, so he might make the move.
Yeah, that's a great line to have, but he can have a bit of a tighter turn in, so we can maybe come back at him, but no. JJ defends quite well there, and Titan just has to sit behind, and now he tries to figure out how to get past him with the few laps that remain. He held him behind for quite a few laps though, so he knows it's possible, and he would know where JJ is weaker than him as well, having raced ahead of him for a large number of laps.
Yeah, it just looks like Titan on those tyres is. I think he's at the point of trying to just conserve him a little bit. I think he might also be hoping that penalties play in his favour.
Yeah. If you could give that a quick check if you have an hour.
If I have an hour,
that'd be great.
I don't have an hour.
That'd be great, but never mind. There's no real battles. There's no harm in having a look.
I mean, I'll have a quick look.
I'll
all
alert you
you're
to some
gonna
action
hear
if you
is
need
the
to
reaction,
be aware of
right?
it.
You ready for this? You ready for this? All right, I'm gonna get down to the bottom of the list and wait for my reaction. Yeah, I'm not calculating that one.
That's too many, okay. Too many Craigs.
Just put it out there. The amount I saw just quickly scrolling down. Oh, Ty in here. Monster run down the straight. He's really... Holy... What's happened to JJ? What have I missed?
He's low on fuel again. I think he's just...
No, he has no turning.
I think he may have a puncture, maybe, or something. That's the only thing I can think of. Or damage, or he's got no front wing. Something's happened to his wing. It's missing. Unless that's a spectator glitch. He has no front wing, so he can't turn in. The whole right front is gone.
Okay, I have no idea what's happened there. I guess that's a question I can ask Titan when he's not paying.
Here's the thing. He's carried on with half a front wing. That's either broken or I've got a problem with the spectator mode.
No. I'm seeing half a front wing missing.
Yeah, and he's still carried on.
Oh, great.
Where is
JJ?
JJ, you really should have come in, sir. You would have lost probably one place. Now you're going to lose at least two more with the steer, but Craig's going to be in trouble.
Craig has to be. TJ plus Atlantis. Wait, Atlantis was in no man's land. What's happened to Atlantis as well?
I don't know. He had a bit of a moment. His car was nearly sideways, just got off power, and then TJ just said, "I'll have some of this." It's an unorthodox place to get past someone.
Fourth as well. This is.
Yeah. JJ making it difficult, as you would expect, but not with half front wing. You would think he might yield a little more easily. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but he's brave to carry on with that half a wing, if that indeed is the case.
Atlantis looks like he has no rear end again, which surprises me a little bit. I mean, these tyres are 10 laps old, but they can normally go at least a couple of laps.
Craig's within a second of the car in front, so we're going to have to look at him now just to see if we can get past him. It is a battle. Atlantis just gets past JJ. There we go. That wasn't really a battle.
No, not really.
It's like passing a Ferrari with half an engine. Bahrain.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the track.
Yellow
what track it was.
3. And it's dissolved itself. Well, dissolved itself. Resolved even.
JJ has continued again. So confused.
I mean,
he's definitely broken a front wing. There's no way he'd be struggling this much with his front wing intact.
It's a strange one to figure out. I mean, He's lost the places he would have lost coming out of the pits, but he would be in a much better position to get them back with fresher tyres if he'd have come.
Yeah, and now he's also probably going to lose one to Barry, Craig, and well, I was going to say Dark Wars actually. Never mind, ignore that one. But
he's going to finish at worst 9th, maybe 8th, depending on Mr. Oh, Dark Wolves gets a Craig. That's nice of him. Oh God. Barry and Craig are right behind JJ, who has no front wing, and they're sideways, and that's not really what you want to do. Oh dear.
Well,
that's awkward.
That was probably easier than Craig was expecting it to be.
That is awkward.
And now the battles have died again. So, I guess we just follow BF1 for his final lap. As he is the lead car. As JJ retires. Wait, has he retired manually or he had to retire? Why? I'm so.
I don't know.
I'm gonna double check.
I don't know where that is.
Race director. Oh my goodness. I have to scroll way down again. Terminal damage. Yeah, JJ got terminal damage.
No, that's just his own fault for not pitting, really, I guess.
Yeah, but it is unfortunate. Now he's like.
It's unfortunate that he's now going to get 1 point that he should have had at least 6, but what happens when you don't fix your front wing?
Yeah,
F1 in sector 2 there, controlling this race very good to the end with 2 penalties. Should be more than enough to win, as pretty sure DTM has more than him anyway. But can Craig finish the race?
That's
a pressing issue.
This is the question.
I mean, it would be particularly cruel to get disqualified now. But then, it would be his own fault for so many Craig Senners. That the Williams #1 gets disqualified from the race.
As a BF1 crosses the line, should hold first, no problem.
DTM on crossing second.
DTM actually had less. He gained 3 seconds back across the line.
Right,
so.
There we go. Oh, Titan just missed out on second place there.
Yeah, TJ.
Here comes TJ for 4th. Atlantis will not. Oh, I was going to say Atlantis is a solid 5th, but he's just got taken by Gamer. But I think that might be decided by penalties. Probably okay with that. No, it is 6th. Craig, can he finish?
Can he finish? He comes round the final corner to finish.
Oh, and an unserved stop go. Oh wow.
Right.
Oh wow. What a miserable race, and he's still got 7.
He's gonna lose
8. No, it's
he's
8.
Definitely lost it to Barry. This is just miserable.
Dark Wolves overhauled him.
No, I think Dark Wolves has quite a lot of penalties as well. So.
Yeah, it's just a humorous thing to look at if Craig gets beaten by a guy that's 40 seconds behind him on track. Whoosh. That's a problem.
Right. I'm going to start inviting people while you can do the race rundown. If you don't mind.
Oh, it won't be as good as you, but let's see. 30. Oh, yeah. Dark Wolves gained 6 seconds on Craig there at the end. He was only 32 seconds behind him in the end for 9th place.
Mad.
Okay, a race rundown in the style of HLG coming right up. But of course, we get a black screen and some champagne. 3 clapping people and 1 man fist pump in the air. And a trophy as if from nowhere. It doesn't look anything like the trophy, but never mind.
I mean, game can't get everything right.
Anyhow, all the way to the bottom, there's a lot to run down. Gilbert, unfortunately, retired. We also lost KG Fuzzball, Andrew, Thunder, Phoenix, Denzel and JJ in the late stages. Still gets himself 1 point. Dark Wolves for 2 points. Craig Senna for 4 points with 8 penalties. Naughty. Barry in 7th. Atlantis in 6th. Solid drive today. Solid drive. Quiet, but good race. Gamer in 5th. This is nowhere near the HLG standard you'd expect. I apologise, but never mind. TJ 4th. And the podium people. Titan with no penalties. Good lad. DTM with some, and BF1 also had a couple. Naughty Ben. Naughty, naughty. And the next session begins in 18 seconds.
Well, everyone is here, so make sure you have all included your audio. And we'll start with third place Titan. I'll be honest, I don't remember having to say your name a lot during that race. It seemed like you had, from our point of view, from what I saw, the race was a little bit manic at the start, and then it kind of moved from our point of view for your race, it quieted down, correct me if I've missed anything, and then you would have had fourth, but then the thing I have to ask you is, what happened to JJ in front of you? We completely missed it.
I'll start off with JJ. He's just messaged that his controller just something happened with it. But from my POV, we were just going on the straight. I was about second and a half behind him, and he suddenly just swung right and hit the wall and got wing damage. Took off his whole right side of the wing, and that's all I could see from there. But yeah, it was really crazy, sort of what happened to him. Regarding my race, I got hit turn one and sent into a half spin, but I just managed to sort of luckily control it with the help of a car as well. So and then it was just sort of managing it from there, from sixth in a DRS train. I pitted early to try and get in front of the jump like DTM and JJ, which worked. But obviously with me pitting so early, I had to sort of manage my tyres and make sure they didn't puncture. And then yeah, DTM passed me and JJ passed me, and then JJ had that instant. I was hoping to keep within 3 seconds of DTM, but he just sort of got away when JJ passed me. But yeah, I'll take the podium.
No, it's a good result, and no penalties. I think one of the very few people to have done that race. So well done to yourself.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Now, on to DTM. The man who had at least a 16-lap race before it quieted down. You had what we thought was going to be a race-long battle with JJ. You were back and forward for a lot of that, and then making your way past Prime at the end. Only walking away with one penalty, which still isn't too bad. Just run us through how you went about your race. Did everything go the way you planned?
Definitely not. That was a crazy race. My force feedback went lap 2, so no force feedback. I lost a lot of time there, but yeah, had a great battle with JJ. So well done to him. Unfortunately, he hit the wall with some controller issues, but yeah, passed Titan and got a P2. Very happy.
Yeah, well, I was going to say relatively simple race but it was relatively simple to explain, not to race, I would imagine, by the sound of things. But you walked away with second, so some decent points for you, and probably the driver, along with JJ, that gave us the most entertainment for that race.
No problem.
Now, moving on to the race winner, the convincing race winner, BF1. You had Dark Wolves start ahead of you. You started second, obviously. You managed to get a good launch. Had an initial look, couldn't quite make it. But then you did the smart thing, from what we could see. You kept yourself close enough that you knew that you were on a better strategy and that you could just easily wander it. Other than that, it seemed like you had a quiet race. I don't know. Explain some things from your race, because to be honest, it seemed easy.
It was far from easy. I was sweating, the pressure, constantly asking Jeff behind me the gaps, just making sure that I got the second penalty was stupid. I went way too fast. Yeah, I was second in quali. I didn't mind anyone going faster who was on ultras, because I knew they would struggle trying to do a one stop. Initially I outbraked myself at turn 1, but luckily driving first just went wide slightly, which helped me, keeping the gap, making sure I take those supers at least 11 laps, which I did. I had Sarah in the party, as you two know, engineering me, which was good, so thanks Sarah for doing that. And well done for Atlantis getting 6th for Ferrari, and thanks for letting me through again. I know we were on different strategies, thanks anyway. And well done DTM and time on the podium.
Yes, so 2 wins in a row for yourself. Convincing start to your career in this league. Unfortunately, doesn't mean a lot because we're at the end, but it's shows that you're here to make an impact. But yeah, good points for yourself, and congratulations on the win. And with that podium talk being over, I will once again hand it over to Mackie to close us out.
Yeah, this is the bit we often dread. Twitch keeps us here against our will for far longer than it should, but this is us attempting to sign off. It's been a pleasure to be here again this week. Great racing by a lot of drivers today, some very good stuff on track. Congrats to everyone that finished. Commiserations to those that didn't. Please finish next week, KG Fuzzball. You're killing me. Anyway, from us here, it should be a relatively short good night, depending on what Twitch does. But until
Well done DTM,